in the morning.
Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. Today is a wild one, and we seriously need to unpack the absolute madness unfolding on our screens. Grab a coffee, or maybe something stronger, because we are diving deep into the latest drama. I cannot believe they did that. I am literally sitting here typing furiously at 2 in the morning because my brain will not let this go, and I just need to vent to people who actually get it. I am shaking with absolute rage and disbelief over what just went down. I mean, are we seriously supposed to accept that Traci Abbott is being used as a sacrificial lamb again? I am so incredibly frustrated with the writers right now, but at the same time, I am completely glued to my screen. I've been watching since 2015, and this is honestly the most twisted, dark, and emotionally manipulative thing they have done to my girl Traci in years, and I have opinions about it. We need to talk about this because I feel like I am losing my mind watching this storyline unfold, reacting first, explaining later. But seriously, how could Diane put Traci in this position? Because Diane Jenkins Abbott is officially the most selfish character on this show. There, I said it. I know some people are loving this redemption arc for Diane and think she's a changed woman, but personally, I am not buying it. I mean, look at what she just did. Diane is terrified because of her whole hostage situation with that creepy Dr. Lawrence Markham. And I get that, I really do. Being locked up is terrifying. But Diane notices that Markham has all these psychology books written by Dr. Alan Loren, and she suddenly connects the dots. She realizes that Martin Lawrence Allen's psychotic twin brother might know where Markham is hiding, or worse, might actually be connected to him. So what does Diane do? Does she go to the police? Does she handle it herself? Nitrogen monoxide. She asks Traci to go to the mental facility and talk to Martin. Traci, the woman whose heart was absolutely shredded by Martin a year ago. I am sorry, but the sheer audacity of Diane to ask Traci to face her abuser just to get clues about her own kidnapper is sickening. But Traci, because she is the pure, beating heart of the Abbott family and literally cannot say no to helping people, actually agrees to do it. Am I the only one who wanted to throw their remote at the TV when Traci said yes? I was screaming at my screen. Traci is risking her own mental health, diving headfirst back into her worst nightmare, all because Diane is too scared to handle her own mess. And Traci admits that Martin might actually talk to her, even if he refuses to speak to Diane. So Traci makes this shocking, gambling decision to go to the mental facility and try to get answers. I mean, the bravery of Traci Abbott is unmatched, but it shouldn't have to be tested like this. It is so risky. Martin hurt her so much. He lied to her, manipulated her, made her fall in love with him while pretending to be his twin brother, and then turned out to be a complete monster. And now Traci has to walk right back into his web. So here we are, watching Traci walk into that sterile, cold mental facility. The lighting in that scene was so eerie, like something out of a horror movie. You could see the sheer terror in Traci's eyes, but also this fierce determination that just makes me love her even more. She sits down across from Martin Lawrence, and I swear, my heart stopped beating. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. And the moment Martin looks at Traci, oh my God. There was this flash of recognition in his eyes. It wasn't just a casual look. It was this deep, and settling, skin-crawling stare that told you exactly how twisted his mind still is. He looked at her like a predator looking at a prize he thought he had lost. I was literally holding my breath. And then Martin starts talking, but he doesn't just talk. He starts rambling about dreams. He tells Traci that he has been having these vivid, consuming dreams about living an entirely different life. And then he drops the bomb. He says he dreams about living under the identity of Dr. Markham. I literally gasped out loud. Are you kidding me? Is he trying to say he has a split personality? Is Martin Lawrence actually struggling with a dual identity where he doesn't even fully realize that he is Dr. Markham? Or is he just playing another sick, twisted psychological game with Traci to mess with her head? I don't even know what to believe right now because the writing is so layered and messed up. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Remember when they tried this split personality thing with Patty Williams? Yeah, they love doing this trope. They did it with Patty. They did it with Adam when he was running around Vegas acting like Spider and pretending he didn't know who he was. It's like the writers have a favorite playbook, and they just dust it off every few years. But honestly, it kind of works here, because Martin is already a twin who masqueraded as his brother. His entire storyline is built on stolen identities and fractured realities. So the idea that his mind has completely snapped and created this Dr. Markham persona to cope with his own psychotic tendencies, it is chilling. It is absolutely chilling. But watching Traci have to sit there and listen to this is pure torture. You can see all the old wounds tearing wide open. Every single word out of Martin's mouth is dragging Traci right back into that old nightmare. The trauma of being deceived by him is washing over her all over again. I mean, imagine sitting across from the man who broke you, the man who made you question your own sanity, and hearing him talk about living another life. Traci is putting the puzzle pieces together right in front of our eyes. She knows about the Ellen Lauren books. She knows about the Gemini zodiac sign clues that tie Martin to Markham. And as Martin rambles on about his dreams, Traci is realizing the horrific truth. The man sitting across from her, the man who abused her trust, is the exact same man who kidnapped Diane. I know some people are loving this dark psychological thriller angle, but personally, I hate seeing Traci suffer. She has been through enough. Why can't Traci just have a nice, normal romance with a decent guy who doesn't turn out to be a psychopathic twin with a split personality? Is that really too much to ask for? But no, the writers have to put her in the crosshairs again. And the worst part is, I think Martin knows exactly what he is doing. Even if part of him is fractured and genuinely believes these are just dreams, there is a manipulative core to Martin Lauren that never sleeps. He is using this dual identity narrative to hook Traci back in. He knows she is empathetic. He knows she is a fixer. He is playing on her sympathies by acting like a confused victim of his own mind. And I hate it. I mean, let's really think about this. If Martin is Dr. Markham, how did he manage to pull this off? How did he run a fake clinic, hold Diane hostage, and maintain this entirely separate life without anyone noticing? It makes him so much more dangerous than we ever realized. And Traci is sitting mere inches away from him. I am so terrified for her safety. Even though he is locked up in a mental facility right now, guys like Martin always find a way out. They always have a backup plan. What if he uses Traci to orchestrate an escape? What if he triggers her PTSD so badly that she makes a mistake? I am literally pacing my living room just thinking about the possibilities. So, what is Traci going to do next? The timeline notes say she is going to confront him fully. She is going to bring up the books. She is going to bring up the Gemini sign. She is going to shove the evidence right in his face and force him to drop the act. And part of me is cheering so hard for that. I want to see badass Traci Abbott absolutely destroy this man verbally. I want her to strip away his delusions and force him to look at the monster he really is. But another part of me is dreading it. Because when you corner a psychopath, they lash out. When Traci breaks down his Dr. Markham delusion, Martin is going to lose his cool. He is going to reveal his true, unhinged nature, and Traci is going to be right in the splash zone. And let's circle back to Diane for a second because I am not done being mad at her. Diane is going to be so shocked when she finds out that Markham is Martin. Oh please. She is the one who sent Traci into the lion's den. Diane better be on her hands and knees apologizing to Traci after this is all over. Jack Abbott better step up and protect his sister, too. Jack has been so distracted by his own marital drama and the whole Victor Newman and Patty Williams mess that he is letting Traci fight on the front lines. The Abbott family needs to rally around Traci right now because she is carrying the weight of the entire family's safety on her shoulders. Sometimes I contradict myself because I am so emotional about this show. Like, I hate that Traci is in pain, but I also have to admit that Beth Maitland is acting her heart out, and these scenes are absolute gold. The chemistry, the tension, the history. It makes for incredible television. I just wish the stakes weren't so high for my favorite character. I am begging the writers to let Traci come out of this victorious. Let her be the one to officially unmask Martin Lauren. Let her be the hero who saves Diane and closes the book on this nightmare once and for all. She deserves that victory. She deserves to reclaim her power from the man who tried to steal it. I'm going to be a nervous wreck waiting for the next episode. Will Martin fully snap? Will Tracy break him down? Will Diane finally realize how selfish she has been? I need answers, and I need them yesterday. Let me know in the comments if you are as stressed out about this Tracy and Martin confrontation as I am, because I seriously need a support group to get through this storyline. Until next time, stay restless, my friends.